Happy Tuesday, everyone! What number podcast are we on?
7, I think.
7? Wow, lucky number 7. So what do our lucky fans have to look forward to this week on 40 Minutes?
I don't know.
I'm trying to bring the spice this week. I'm trying to bring the pepper.
I think John wishes you brought the blanket. You look sleepy.
My face is sunburnt, so it's hard to keep my eyes open.
Is your forehead sunburnt too?
It's really sunburnt. That's why I have my headband on.
I was gonna say, isn't it counterproductive to put a headband over sunburn?
Ouch.
Yeah, but I don't know. My face, it was peeling, and I felt self-conscious.
That makes sense.
We have some news.
We do.
Yeah, we released a record called Nightbirds a couple weeks ago. It's out
what?
everywhere. People seem to like it.
You get a noisemaker.
Yeah, I guess I got to listen to that.
Yeah, people seem to like it so far.
So actually, I just listened to it for the first time. If you guys want to hear my opinion on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think it sounded really good.
Oh, good.
Whoever was playing the bass, though, his fingers must work magic. That's all I got to say. The singer, not so much. But everyone go listen to it. It's out on all platforms. And when the world reopens, you can buy a CD, too, if you're interested. And the CDs look fucking awesome. They look great.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited about those.
I have news.
Yeah, if you like the cover art, that was a Nick original.
Sure was.
I feel like we were Nick's like we were on the committee with Nick. Like we were doing a group project on the committee. And we were like, Nick, this is your part of it. And he would bring it back and we would go, maybe this, and then he would like bring back a whole load of changes and we'd be like, oh, how the hell did you come up with that? All right, sure, we'll get an A together.
I was the mastermind in the group.
You know, I did a thing in school one time, and it was we had to make the best whoever made the best product won.
Okay, I remember this.
And we did a candy bar, and I think me and Matthew's mother made.
Wow, we have the same. We're brothers?
Yeah. And I think that she made the candy bar and I came up with the name.
You were the marketing director.
I came up with the name. So it was me. My name is John, if you don't know. There was this kid named Michael and this kid named Austin, and I said they should be called Jam Bars. John, Austin, Michael. Jam Bars.
Oh wow!
Now that's also the name of John's son.
Yeah, Jam.
John Austin Michael McCara.
Very clever.
So you won. Is what you're trying to say. Did you win?
We lost.
What did you do? You remember what you lost to?
We lost because the presentation that we gave wasn't great because one of the kids had a speech impediment, and which you shouldn't give points off, but
you shouldn't rule against.
Well, it just wasn't a good. The other kid was really shy, so I was really the only one talking. You know, when I start talking without a real script, even if there is a script, I can't really stick to it. So there was like, I think we got a B+ though, and because everyone loved the way that this stuff tasted because my mom's can cook. And jam bar, dude. Let's go to the store and get a couple jam bars. It sounds great.
It does. It
sounds
also
very
sounds
South
like
Philly.
You're gonna eat jelly every week.
Yeah, it would probably be like a nut, like a fig bar, a jam bar.
So I have some news. I have some news.
Go for it.
And then I want to bring in Nick and Josh for a couple of things. But before I do, real quick. Everyone might remember last week I announced to the world that I was a professional NASCAR driver and e-racer. So this week, John gave me a pair of glasses that you might have seen on our most recent quarantine concert that I wore. I actually now have 3 eyes. So when I race, I got an advantage. So I've shot up straight number 1 to the leaderboards. I'm easily clearing a cool 7 to 8 figures every race. I'm doing really good, guys. I just wanted to let everyone know the track is really been kind to me, and I'm announcing my retirement from the music business, and I'm moving to Costa Rica and starting my own racing company.
Wow!
Congratulations.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know. So
dropping a bomb.
Yeah. So all right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, end the podcast.
Speaking of going global, me and Matthew have some news. We were asked.
Well, actually, the 1940s have some news.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
Do.
I guess.
Not everything's about you, John.
I don't know about that. But
it's definitely not. But continue.
He's had one too many jam bars.
That's all right. We understand.
We were asked
he just eats the letter J. He skips A and M.
Definitely.
He's malnourished.
I'm more of a DM kind of guy. But we what the fuck what am I trying to say, Matthew?
we were asked by the venue The Fire to be a part of, they're doing a global open mic. And we were asked to be a featured artist in it. They have artists from all over the world that are doing it. So we're pretty sure that the one we're going to be on is going to be out June 1st. I'm sure there's going to be an event page made, which we are going to share everywhere. It's something that we wanted to have. We wanted to do it as a full band, but due to the world being closed and coronavirus and all that, it's kind of hard to make that happen. So we had to, do the best we could. It was just me and John on acoustic like we've been doing our quarantine concerts. So stay tuned for that. And when you watch that, make sure you watch every other artist that's on there. There's a lot of extremely talented people, to the point where I'm watching it and I'm going, why would we be asked to do this? This person's playing an oboe very, very efficiently. I think this one girl, it might have been French horn, or I don't even know what instrument it was. But she had 4 different videos of herself playing like different classical pieces.
Oh wow!
And I was like, wow. So I feel honored that we were asked to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And represent.
And I also wore my
John, what
my Dragon Ball Z watermelon. I was also wearing my my Dragon Ball Z tracksuit, which is really bright orange. And it made just the angle I was sitting, it made me look like a really chunky pumpkin with blue stripes.
Love that. Absolutely.
So he forced me to.
And my face was beet red. I'm wearing a bright orange tracksuit. My legs look like they're fucking like I have trunks, like tree trunks for legs. I look really
John is very, very hard on himself.
It's funny, but I look like a mess.
I thought he looked fine. He thought he looked fine. I said, John, people aren't going to be paying attention to, they're not going to go, wow, look at the width of his legs. They're going to go, holy shit, he's wearing a bright orange tracksuit.
But just in case this quarantine ends sooner rather than later, you should probably work on them legs. So keep eating that watermelon.
Yeah.
Get bigger and bigger. He's going to eventually just you're going to be like the mountain from Game of Thrones. You're just going to be. It's all them squats, John. I think your legs look good. It looks like you've been hitting the squats. You've been.
The angle of it looks like you'll see.
All right, let's go because I think you're the only person. You're the only person that would worry about that.
You'll see June 1st what I look like.
So
on
moving on.
Fire's website.
Everyone who
don't
doesn't
move on.
know.
I'm talking.
What?
You'll see June 1st on the Fire's website.
Yes, you will.
So I was trying to say, you fucking jerk off.
Well,
I'm trying to
excited.
say you look good. You're trying to tell everyone, hey, go on the Fire's website and look how bad I look.
Yeah, let me get right on that. But no, it should be good.
He looks
Have
fine.
confidence. Have
It sounds
confidence that
fun.
you guys do
It
well.
sounded really good. That's what's important.
Indeed.
So moving on. If you don't know, every Thursday we have something that comes out called Nick's Pick.
Ooh.
And if you don't know,
So we do.
I'll show you. On Spotify, we have a playlist that is featured on our page every week. Right at the bottom, Nick's Pick, so you could see. First week was Katie Pruitt. We put her lead single there. This week was, or last week was A Perfect Circle. So we featured Weak and Powerless. So go, make sure you're checking
There it
that
is.
out. Make sure you're checking that out. Now that we're on Nick. So Nick, what have you been up to lately?
Real fast, Nick, before you answer that, go into a little bit more detail why you picked A Perfect Circle.
Gosh. Well, fun fact, if everyone didn't know this already, lead singer is also the lead singer of Tool. So I've been associated with Tool and DC Comics in this band. That's pretty much what I'm known for. And yeah, the whole album is just, it does it for me. I haven't heard some of the songs in quite a long time, but yeah, any reason I gave in the actual Instagram post is the reason I did that. But I'm not really one for, hey, you gotta check this out. Like, even like when Tool came out with their album last year, you guys approached me and were like, oh yeah, I gotta check this out. Like, go, what's this all about? But like, I'm not one to say, go check this out. So this is like kind of new territory for me. So I feel like eventually I'm going to run out of things that I actually feel confident standing by. But I got a few more weeks in me.
Huh. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll just start
what do you
texting you what I think. Should
Sure.
be your pick.
Did you guys listen? And what'd you think of it?
I did listen. I listened to the song Matthew put on the Spotify. I actually really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
I think I might have actually liked it a little bit more than the Tool songs I've listened to, which might be blasphemy.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I liked it too. It seemed like Rich King likes the song too, because he liked it on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
So what exactly is A Perfect Circle? Is it a side project of his?
It is. So what I've heard and what I read up on while I was doing that post last week, the main, like, A Perfect Circle is mainly one guy, the guitarist, Billy Howardell, I think his name is. I hope I didn't butcher that last name. So he had all this material, and I think Maynard James Keenan, who is also the lead singer of Tool, somehow approached him. I guess they were all in the same circle back in the early 2000s, and he approached him and said,
They
"Hey,
were in
I
A
could sing
Perfect
these
Circle.
songs for you." Oh, wait a minute, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. So Maynard actually approached Billy and said, I want to sing these songs for you. And yeah, that, I guess, long story short, that's pretty much just a side project of Tool. Being as Tool doesn't come out with stuff for decades, it leaves the members available to do other things in the meantime.
You think that they're like, you think bands like Tool, or like you said, they don't come out for work for decades. Like, are they working on the album that whole time?
I'm sure they're working on it at least half the time. Like, you've listened to their latest record. That doesn't, something you can't write in a weekend or two.
It's like a song a year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some bands
But they
do
all
that,
have
though.
like they have other bands and like other projects they work on. Like Maynard's also into, he's got like a vineyard in Arizona, so that takes some time too.
That's pretty cool.
Here, that's how a lot of musicians and like famous people make a lot of money, is they'll like invest in an alcohol brand, and it just makes them boatloads of money.
Or a perfume or a clothing line.
Like Ciroc, I think, is Diddy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's like really weird. Like, you look into it, and all these different celebrities are associated with alcohol brands, and you didn't even realize it.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna have my own brand of slides. I'm gonna have my own brand of sunglasses, and I'm gonna have my own brand of 40s.
Thanks for thinking of the band.
Yeah.
Always me.
Speaking of you, Josh, it's time to play our new game.
Oh, no.
Why is Josh painting all the massage parlors?
Wait, say that again?
Why is Josh painting all the massage parlors?
Painting them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Josh, we need some answers, bud.
I gotta tell you, the things that just come up, whew, I'm just a creative guy, you know? I honestly didn't even know I was doing this.
That's your side project.
I have a lot of side projects I didn't know about, to be honest.
Okay. Well, we need an answer.
Maybe that there's a Josh like what's the word? A doppelganger? Yeah, maybe there's a Josh doppelganger like roaming around doing all these things.
All I can tell you, John, is I'm actually scoping the places out, and that's all you need to know.
Okay. You're doing a lot of painting to check a place out.
Well,
Like you're painting the full massage parlor.
I gotta do a good job. You can't have suspicious people.
You're very thorough. Thorough?
I'm known for my thoroughness.
All right.
Well, he's only using his fingers, so it takes a while.
I'm finger painting.
Mad respect, Josh. Mad respect.
Oh.
You know, I have a steel chair in my room, and every time I see it, I think of wrestling, and I think of just hitting someone in the head with it, and Jim Ross going, "No, not the steel chair!" I don't know why. I just looked at it, and that's what just popped in my brain.
Matthew,
Sometimes I like to wear my socks only halfway up.
It's a very wrestler thing to do.
Nick, what were you going to say?
Have my heels exposed.
I had a professional wrestling question or something I wanted to run by you because I knew you were the fan in the group, but I've since forgotten it. So I apologize. I have to.
Hey, stay tuned next week for.
Yeah.
I got a question, Matthew. Do them guys do is it real?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Sure is.
Matthew wouldn't lie.
Same way e-racing is real. Mm-hmm. Sure.
So what's our next segment?
I don't know. I think we've completely run out of things to talk this week, and I think that, you know, I was trying to retire earlier because I see where this is going, and it ain't going anywhere good. Next segment is going to be, why is John stealing everyone's fans?
I'm hot.
Is that a reason to
Short
have
and sweet.
50 fans?
I like the sound. I'm hot, and other people don't need him as much as I do.
I think you're trying to make a tornado in your room.
Well, Matthew,
Maybe
Mr.
so.
Know-it-all, you're lucky I don't take your ceiling fan.
You're okay, I don't hit you with it. If you try to do that, I would hit you with the steel chair.
Oh my God.
Me, Josh, and Nick would be so excited. John would be laying out on the ground.
What if next week's Nick's pick is just a booger?
You know, I bet you there really are people that wear these. That's really. I just got that.
that third eye didn't help you.
No, it didn't. I'm looking too far into the future. You know, there really are people that like wear these glasses and really feel like spiritual and like mystical.
Me.
Mystical.
There you go.
If that's you, then I'm sorry, but like there's those people, and they're probably all girls that go to like Coachella.
Oh yeah,
big
that
news.
looks like a Coachella look.
Big news. Big news. We're social distance visiting tomorrow with Drank Taylor.
Oh yeah, it's a big day.
Give Drank my best.
Wouldn't it be great if you brought
And
a
my worst.
saxophone?
And your worst.
And your worst. There goes the steel chair again.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's get down to it. Everyone's waiting for it. Everyone wants to know what's going to happen this week. We have the long song showdown this week. John, what's happening this week on Song versus Song?
Oh,
Break it down.
we got We got 2 prog rock instrumentals. The Sparrow by Mastodon versus The Main Monkey Business by Rush. And then, well, let's do that first.
Go right into
All
it.
right.
All right.
This, I'll start it off. Nick suggested both of these songs, and when I seen the length of the songs, I was like, oh, okay. And then I listened, and I really liked both. The Main
Cool.
Monkey Business sounds like 6 different badass intros to 6 different songs together. No words, but that's probably better because I don't know how you would write lyrics to that song. I'm definitely going to put it on my like lifting playlist. Some parts of it's
Cool.
kind of medieval. Some parts of it are kind of like just hard rock, and some are a little heavy metal. And it was a fun song. And then the Sparrow, just the way it started out was super thick. Reminds me of The Cure a little bit. The vocals were nice and soft. I didn't know what they were saying, which is also probably better. The distorted guitar comes in at the perfect time. The bass line goes along perfectly with it. Cool ass guitar effect on the solo. Drums are really nice. And the ending is just enough, which is really important for me, that it didn't go on for too long. I picked the Sparrow. I liked it more.
Cool.
All right.
Nick,
Good
I think
choice.
you should go last because I'm curious. Because I feel like the only reason you picked these 2 songs is because it might be difficult for you. Or I hope that's
Oh
the
yeah.
reason. So I want to go
Yeah,
next
probably
because
one
me
of
and
the-
John
one of the
literally
reasons.
just listened to these songs.
All right.
I was surprised. I liked both songs. I didn't know what to expect because I never heard any of them, which is why I think this week's song v song with these 2 songs was probably the most interesting for me because I've heard all of the other songs that are we're gonna have to choose from, and I haven't heard these 2. So The Main Monkey Business, I didn't know what to expect because of the title, but I think the title is really fun. But I really like that song. The more I listen to Rush, actually, the more I like Rush. I like the guitar work. Actually, both of these songs, I feel like at points in our jam sessions and stuff like that, I felt like we've had jams similar to all of these songs, to both of them, which is fun. So I actually seen some of our own and some of my own tastes in these songs. The Sparrow, I thought the Sparrow was a little bit more cohesive as a total, like as a piece. I thought the Main Monkey Business went a lot of places, and there was a lot of fun sounds. But I feel like that was just more of a fun song, and I feel like the Sparrow, was more like, I don't know, a little deeper. I felt. So the Sparrow, I think, hit me a little bit more emotionally, so I'm giving it to the Sparrow. But I haven't listened to neither song to, I've only been exposed to them for a week, so I don't really think you can know a song in a week. But just off of like early impressions, I would pick the Sparrow. I was
Nice.
surprised. I really enjoyed Mastodon.
All right, I guess I'm next. So I did enjoy both of these songs. You actually said what I was going to say about the Rush song, which I just found it extremely just fun throughout. It was a really enjoyable listen. There's a lot of interesting little bits and pieces of stuff going on too that I really liked. I liked the Sparrow as well, but I felt like it was, for me, the deepness, I felt like it fell flat, like it was trying to be deep, and I felt like some things I felt like were a little derivative. Like I felt like I heard some stuff in it before. Like I heard a little Metallica, I heard a little, I forget what the guitar work reminded me of. For me this week, and I agree, every time I listen to Rush, I'm liking them more and more. I give it this week to the Main Monkey Business.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
There you
Nice.
go.
See, I'm not exposed enough to the same genres that you guys are to say, oh, that's derivative, because I don't have enough. I don't have enough in the brain of that style of music.
Yeah.
It's
That was
all
a good
new.
review, Jeff.
It's all new to me.
All right.
So Nick, I'm fucking waiting for this.
I could tell you're super excited. Yeah, so like Matthew said, I did pick these two because you guys wanted a progressive rock showdown, and I do like both these songs very much. And going into this, I thought this happens many times, many weeks, but I thought it was for sure going to be one of them, and you know, after listening to both of them today, it ends up being the other one. Yeah, like John said, middle of Mastodon, that guitar solo is perfect, and I like the lyrics are just like one or two lines throughout the whole song. But yeah, today listening, I haven't listened to either one of them in a while. Main Monkey Business, I forgot how many different moods it changed, and you have to keep in mind that's three guys doing all that. Like I know in the studio you could pretty much do anything, and like at times there's three guitars playing, there's a synth, and you know, bass and drums. If you ever get a chance, watch that one live, because the bass player is playing bass and playing synth with his foot at the same time. Ooh, it's wild. So my pick for this week is The Main Monkey Business.
Oh, we were tied.
Nice.
We do.
Wow.
Did anyone
All right, give me
vote?
a second. Yes. Give me 1 second on this.
Oh, it froze on the perfect shot of John. That's the happiest he's looked in all of our podcasts.
Why does he
I'm
have
glad
bad service and Matthew doesn't if you live at the same place?
He's on his phone.
Ah.
I'm glad you touched on it, Nick, because I totally forgot to say, like, I am thoroughly impressed with just those three Rush. Like, there's clear reason why they've been around for so
Guy's
long.
named Getty.
They're all amazing. Yeah, Getty Lee.
Yes.
Getty Lee. Yeah, he's the bass player, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And the keyboard player.
And Neil Peart on drums, great too.
Oh,
I forgot the other guy. I watched a 4-hour documentary about Rush, and it was one of the
All
best.
right, are we ready?
All right, who's
Go
the
for
winner
it.
this week?
So by fan vote, because we tied, the Sparrow wins 80% of the vote.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
So let me type that in.
So the Sparrow advances.
I was surprised that people knew these two songs at all.
Me too,
Or at
actually.
least one of them. At least one of them.
We got some intelligent fans, or worldly musical, you know, whatever.
Or even if they didn't. They might have looked it up because we shared
maybe.
it.
Yeah.
That'd be so great if we're really changing people's lives. That's all I want.
Oh, yeah.
I doubt it.
That's meta.
All right. So for the main event,
All right.
both of these songs are longer than the other two songs that we just talked about.
It's
And
true.
When you announce them, I gotta let my hair down. I gotta go. It's almost like powering up for this one.
so we have Battle of the guitar solos, I guess. I don't know. They're both long, great songs with guitar solos. Stairway to Heaven versus Comfortably Numb.
Gotta let the hair down.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go. There we go. He's about to put the record on and smoke a
After the drama of that, I'm gotta go first.
All right.
Here it goes. So this is the order we listened to them just now. We listened to Comfortably Numb first, and then we listened to Stairway to Heaven. So that's the order I'll talk about them. Comfortably Numb, right away, as soon as the song starts, you are transported to a whole different world of, like, it literally feels like, if anyone's ever felt this, like, you see the world around you moving, and you're kind of moving in slow motion because you're going through something. Like you're numb. I think it encapsulates the feeling that they had perfectly, or who wrote it? David Gilmour, perfectly when that song was written.
Roger Waters, I think, is
Roger Waters. Okay. So whichever one of them wrote it. I'm not a Pink Floyd junkie, and I know that there's a lot of people out there who are. So don't be offended by my lack of Pink Floyd knowledge. But I absolutely love this song. I think the production on it is stellar. I think it's a perfectly constructed song. The production is just so great on it, and they are so awesome. Their tones are I don't know. I really like the song Comfortably Numb. I think the lyrics are great. I think it tells a great story overall. And I think the guitar solo is a very good sign of frustration. So I'm going to be doing my picks this week a little differently than the rest. I'm going to pick my favorite guitar solo, and I'm going to pick my favorite song out of the two. The song is the vote that counts. But so then moving on to Stairway to Heaven, I feel like Stairway to Heaven is like a pure buildup of a story. It starts at one place and it keeps building and building and building, and there's different layers on top of it, and it's very deep. It's almost like a layer cake. You need each part to have it be delicious. So, I do think Stairway to Heaven's a little too long. I feel like there's a couple of verses in there that were just thrown in there because that's how they wrote it, and they were at the point in their career they could do whatever, and that's the kind of band Led Zeppelin was. But like John Bonham's great on it. Obviously Jimmy Page. I honestly feel like, what's the bass player's name? John Entwistle or something like that?
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones. I'm thinking of the bass player for another. No, there's another bass player with that name, I think.
John Entwistle.
But whatever, John Paul Jones. I think he shines. Yeah, I think it is. I think he shines the most on that song. He's doing a lot of work. He plays keys, bass, does a lot of great stuff.
I think he's my favorite member of that whole band. Honestly.
Yeah, he's a very extremely talented guy. And then you get to the guitar solo. Guitar solo for me, I think Stairway to Heaven's guitar solo I notch it up a little bit above Comfortably Numb. I feel like Comfortably Numb is more of a freestyle solo, and I feel like Stairway to Heaven's more of a written guitar solo. But I feel like they're very good in each category. That's just how I feel listening to it. I feel like Jimmy Page sat down and wrote each note, and David Gilmour, they just kept recording, and he just had the take, and it feels like it was effortless. But on any given Sunday, it could be a different one. But for today, it was Stairway to Heaven. So my pick this week overall is Comfortably Numb.
Wow.
I think it's more concise. I think it tells a better story. I think the reason why Stairway lost for me is because most of the lyrics are gibberish, and he wrote them in a corner in one go, and you could tell. And I think every time you try and read into the lyrics for that song, you're disappointed. So for me, it's Comfortably Numb all the way. I love Pink Floyd, so that's my pick this week.
All right.
Josh, go next. Josh.
Oh. Well, I don't have much to say original from what you already said. I found myself agreeing with pretty much all the points that you made.
Sorry for my long-winded answer. I was very passionate about this week's.
No, and I agree with pretty much everything said. Like, Stairway, just good song, but it just went on too long. By the 8-minute point, I was like, all right, I get the point. But it's a good song. I see why people like it. For me, the way I'm voting this week and what edged it out for me was the guitar work. In Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb, I enjoyed the guitar work more personally. I just enjoyed the 6 minutes of it. It was a good song. Comfortably Numb.
2 for Comfortably Numb.
Nick, let's go, Nick.
And I'm more excited to hear Nick's answer than anyone's.
Naturally. So this is this week of double headers, song versus song, is probably my favorite week thus far, because we got the long songs, the progressive rock, and these two. These two, I guess you can consider them progressive rock too. They're also both songs are probably my favorite songs from both bands, and I've had the privilege of covering both songs. Sometimes okay, sometimes not so great, and
hard songs to play.
They are, yes, and my vote is. And I was like, oh man, am I really going to vote this way? But yeah, like I listened to them both twice. Another thing for me is, like we've done this in past weeks, but like I think Josh brought it up, like listening to the band perform it live.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Pink Floyd consistently plays that song better live than Led Zeppelin. So my vote is also Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb.
Wow.
It wins. It wins. With John, what are you thinking?
Well,
even though it doesn't matter whatever you're going to say.
Comfortably Numb wins 4-0 because I'm picking Comfortably Numb.
Wow.
Comfortably Numb is one of my favorite songs of all time. It was actually written in Philly. which it was. It was he was on stage and he had performance anxiety, I think, or something like that, and a doctor gave him something and it fucked him up on stage. It made him start to trip, and then he wrote "Comfortably Numb" about that. But that's what I heard on MMR. But the lyrics are great. But when you know the story, even if you don't know the story, the lyrics are great. The chorus is uplifting. It truly takes you on a ride through the psyche of someone who's tripping. And the guitar work is, I think, the best that they've done in any song. I think it's their best work guitar-wise from Pink Floyd. And I love a lot of Pink Floyd. David Gilmour's guitar work is always incredible. He outdoes himself on this song. He starts the second solo with a pitch harmonic. And it just fucking, it's like squeak. It's incredible. And the background vocals are amazing. The song's created better. And this is my paragraph on Stairway to Heaven. Stairway to Heaven is the most nonsensical lyrics ever written. The intro that everyone loves was stolen, and it's also 8 fucking minutes. With all that being said, the melody is classic. The flute in the beginning's pretty. Plant's vocals are amazing, but it takes 2 minutes for the song to actually really matter. Obviously, the performance from the band is all incredible, and the guitar work is timeless, but the song kind of does nothing for me. I even think the guitar solo in Comfortably Numb is better than the one in Stairway to Heaven. Comfortably Numb wins pretty easily for me. Also, fuck the May Queen.
All right.
Isn't that a lyric in the song?
Yeah. The May Queen. Shut up.
I did not expect Comfortably Numb to win in a sweep.
Well, what
I
was
didn't
the
think
fan
all four of us
people
vote
have to
for
say?
it.
as a
Yeah, what's the fan vote?
The fan vote was 58% Stairway to Heaven.
I see that.
I'm not surprised.
I think Stairway to Heaven could be a more commercial song because of the ending.
Well,
Sure.
the guitar solo is incredible. I mean, like the music in the song's great. To hear Robert prance around terrible lyrics.
Does
for 6 out
anybody
of 8
remember
minutes.
laughter?
That's the best lyric, and it's not even in the real song. It's in the live one. So
Yeah.
I could care less about anything. Like if they did that acoustically, I wouldn't listen. I listened to that song for the guitar work, even though half of it was stolen. But I listened to, that guitar solo is unbelievable. The ending's unbelievable, even if he's still spewing nonsense. But the vocals are great. That ending's great. If that song was 3 minutes, it'd probably win because you cut out 90% of the trash.
I think it would still need to at least be 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, maybe. But then it wouldn't win. I wish I would, if I had to listen to that song, when I want to listen to that song, I cut halfway through. There's no way I'm listening to the first 4 minutes.
So Comfortably Numb wins by a sweep. So John,
we are out of time.
Yeah, we're getting really close. Do we have time for next week?
Oh yeah, let me get that up real quick.
In case
next week we have,
in case it cuts us off. Oh, go.
Mr. Brightside versus Sex on Fire, and then Bad Guys by Billie Eilish versus Royals by Lord.
Great week.
Wow.
Everyone, stay safe. Wash your hands.
Nightbirds is out everywhere. Nightbirds is out everywhere.
Nightbirds.
Listen.
to Nightbirds.
Thursday, Knicks picks.
Sunday, quarantine concerts. And every Tuesday, 40 minutes.
And on Wednesday,
Peace,
we
folks.
celebrate Josh.
Yep.